Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I think this is my third unfiltered drama opinion. First was the first Jasmine, and the second one is Human Vapor, and this will be the third one. And it's rare that I do consecutive videos on drama opinions because sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself. Sometimes there's really nothing to talk about. But recently, a lot of interesting dramas came out, and I have been kept awake by my thoughts on these dramas. So, okay. So, in this video, we will be talking about the 2026 Netflix Korean action historical horror fantasy. Those are the genre tags in my drama list. With 8 episodes, The East Palace. Drama tells the story of the royal family having lost three crown princes in a row, and there are rumors going around that it's done by a spirit, an evil spirit out for revenge. It is very similar to an incident that happened 30 years ago that involved the brothers of the current king. So the king goes to a monk who resolved that situation 30 years ago. But the monk is old, so he recommends our male lead who can exorcise spirits. So the king brings our male lead to the palace to resolve the situation, and he assigns the female lead to help and assist the male lead, but also spy on him and make communications on behalf, like be the bridge between the male lead and the king. And she's secretly a princess. The male lead is played by Nam Joo-hyuk. The female lead is played by No Yun-seo, and the king is played by Cho Sung-woo. And there is a political struggle conflict in this drama too. So our king is having like this political power grab with the Queen Dowager, who is played by Chang Young-nam, and of course many more. Woo. So what do I think about the drama? I think it was pretty good. It kept me hooked. I wanted to binge it right away, which is a good sign. I think the supporting cast really did well. They made the political situation, the power struggle, and just the severe the I can't think of a word. They just made the whole situation more believable with their acting because it is serious. They're having a power struggle. Who will be the next crown prince of the nation? So the showdown between the king and the queen dowager and their acting. And Cho Sung-woo is one of my favorite Korean actors. I always look forward to his projects because it's rare. He's primarily a stage slash musical actor. He also mostly did films, but the dramas he did, like, let's see, Stranger, especially season one, is one of my favorite thrillers of all time. And also Divorce Attorney Shin. I really enjoyed that one. But he rarely does dramas, and he really played the gray character really well. You can see that he's cold and cruel, but you can also see that he loves his daughter. But you also can't tell whether or not his decisions was made by him, or is it because he's being influenced by spirits and being possessed. So I really like that. And Chang Yeon-nam, just wow. The moment she appeared on screen, the charisma, unbelievable. And the story had twists after twists after twists, which I found fun since I was binging it. It wasn't boring. If this was aired like once a week, then I think it would have been boring for me. I would have had time to think about, what was going on and what was the twist, what's the truth actually. But since I was binging it, it was pretty entertaining. I wasn't allowed to simmer and think what's gonna happen next since it's gonna show me in a few episodes. So I liked that. And I think they did good with layering the stories to not reveal the whole truth all at once. And I think the world of the spirits, is that what they call it? Yes, that world, I think that concept is really interesting. But I wish there was more to the exercising of the spirits than actually killing them, like stabbing them. I wish there was some sort of like ritual. I think it was because I misunderstood the translation. And when I thought of exercising a spirit, I imagined he would have some ritual. And one thing I was confused was about the shaman character. Armeli defeated the shaman's god that he served, and he was godless and he was struggling to ask the god to partner with him again. But then, from my understanding, the evil spirit of the crown prince agreed to be his god, and now he's serving the crown prince. But I don't know what really happened after that. I was very confused. I know he was killed by the prince that wanted to install his son as the crown prince. What happened in between? Because he was involved with the final showdown. I just wish that I got more clarification on what went down with him during that fight. I am unsure about the relationship between the male lead and the female lead. At first, I was expecting a romance, but then it seemed like it wouldn't be a romance since it's more platonic in the first couple of episodes. But then they started putting their lives at stake for each other. I understand when they're like actually working together, when our male lead is in the world of the spirits and the female lead risks her life to get him out of there. I get that. But what I couldn't understand is the female lead putting her life on the line to save the male lead's life, and the male lead like slitting his throat in order to save the female lead. I don't think the drama laid enough foundation and basis for that. And then later, it turned out that they have that romantic spark. And I also wish that the drama also laid a solid foundation in how much and why the female lead was desperate to save her brother's life, her last brother, because it seemed like the female lead wasn't that attached to her younger brother, nor she was attached to the royal family. The only person she was attached to was her paternal grandmother. Oh, the little animated spirit. I almost forgot to talk about that. Oh my god. I think he was the highlight of the show. While the veteran actors kept the drama centered, they added the Komoksari, the little animated spirit monster, which is like kind of a cheat code for the male lead to be saved when the female lead can't help him and he's out of options. And I'm also still confused about the Komoksari's nature and what it's really about. Yeah, but it was really cute. It was really cute. I think they designed that character really well, and the sound effects and the little sounds it makes every time it appears. It's so cute. I really had fun with the drama. I think it's doing pretty well. And I hope there will be a season two because a lot of things still need to be explained, especially about the world of spirits and its rules. Yeah. All right.